Perched off the coast of Tanzania in East Africa is an island chain which has a reputation for housing some of the best beaches in the world. Welcome to Zanzibar. Over the next 7 days, I'll be basing myself on Zanzibar's largest island, known as Unguja. Joining me on my Zanzibar journey is my partner Lewis and my parents. I'm making it my mission to visit as many of the island's beaches as possible to find out if the island really lives up to its reputation and to give you my honest opinion on which beaches are worth visiting. My adventure starts as I land in Zanzibar's international airport. From here, it's a 1-hour drive to my first hotel, which is nestled on Pongwe Beach to the east of the island. We arrived to perhaps the best welcome I've ever had at a hotel. Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
After a nice welcome drink, we make our way to our cottage, passing some curious lizards on the way, including this huge one. Hello. Welcome to my humble abode. Come on in. This is the main room. We have this huge, lovely, comfy double bed, which has got some beautiful flowers on top of it. And then over here, we have got a nice, lovely sitting area. We have got TV and we have got a beautiful complimentary bottle of wine, as well as, I haven't opened it yet, but we have a lovely handwritten note. Oh, I open it now actually. Oh, dear Lewis and Ella, welcome to Julia. We're happy to have you both here and hope that your stay will be filled with unforgettable moments. How beautiful. That is so cute. That is really cute. And then we've got our own closet in here, which is a mess, but it's there's loads of space basically where you can put all your stuff away so no one has to see the mess. Right behind the bed, we've got our own little mini bar area and we have a fridge here. Stocked up with loads of goodies, and these are all complimentary, which is incredible. And then this is the toilet. And then in here, we've got the beautiful bathroom with this huge walk-in shower just here, and a his and her sink, which is great. And we also have bathrobes and towels, but we're not done yet. Maybe my favorite part is right back this way. Okay, so we've got these lovely seats. And then the view. Right through there, we've got the ocean. How incredible. After settling into our room, it's time to enjoy some of the hotel's many facilities. First on our agenda is a nice poolside meal. So we're here for a bit of a late lunch because we arrived this morning after our really long night flight. We had a nap during lunchtime, but the bar has snacks that are served basically throughout the day starting from 1. So we have ordered a snack. I'm very tight, it looks amazing. It's a beef burger with chips. I've got my first beer of the trip and yeah, super excited to try it. With the burgers, we get beef, prawns or sometimes ducks, and the ducks are from the farm, so it's fresh you can get. Now that I'm no longer hungry, I'm keen to head down to the first beach of my trip. This gorgeous stretch of sand is Pongwe Beach. It's one of the quieter beaches on the island, only having a handful of boutique hotels perched upon it. Right now, it almost feels like a private beach. I'm one of only a tiny number of people on it. So it is the evening of our first glorious day here in Zanzibar. Wow, it is incredibly beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Everything here is warm, the smell of the ocean. And I've just gone in the water and I did not believe this. The water is so warm. The lady at the hotel was saying, yeah, it's like it's in the shower. And like, I get that. It's so warm. Pongwe Beach is on the east coast of the island, so you don't really get a sunset. Although the colours in the sky are still magical at this time of day. It's also a tidal beach, which means that during the course of the day, the beach changes dramatically. the sea sometimes being miles away, whilst at other times coming right up against the wall and rocks. I'll show you just how much this beach changes later in the video. For now, the ocean feels perfect. So I'm just walking down the beach from our hotel, just heading up north actually, and the scenery is just so beautiful. Got these lovely rocky bits here where the ocean's worn away at the coral, and then yeah, the beach is just so nice, so soft the sand is. My feet are just sinking into it, and the colours of the sky, gorgeous. The sun now set, it's time to get ready for dinner. So we've come down for our first dinner, and here we're in the garden, and we have a lovely set menu, and I'm really excited to try it. Our first course has arrived. We have got a seafood extravaganza. It wasn't actually called that, but I'm calling it that. We have octopus, we have prawns, we have calamari. So I'm going to give this a try. We have quite a few exciting things here. So we have some live music, entertainment, and the second course has arrived. We have some tomato soup, and the tomatoes are grown in the garden. That's good. The main course, we've got lots of exciting stuff. So it's just come off barbecue. We've got some lobster, we have some beef skewers, some vegetable skewers, cutest little jacket potato thing. So adorable. Let me show you. Look at this little potato. We're ending our dinner with this lovely little carrot cake. As we enjoy our fabulous meal, the live music and dancing continues on into the night. The perfect welcome onto this beautiful island. Good morning. So, just had some breakfast, and now we're about to head out on a lovely day trip. We're going to head to Jozani Forest, where we hope to see some monkeys, some colobus monkeys, and then we're going to the rock restaurant for some lunch where we're going to celebrate my birthday. I am super excited. The main goal for today is to visit one of the most famous beaches in Zanzibar, home to the iconic rock restaurant. It's a lengthy drive of over an hour, so en route we schedule a visit to Jozani Forest to break up the journey. One of the only places in the world where you can see Zanzibar red colobus monkeys. Colobus monkeys aren't the only primates to be found here. Blue monkeys are the most frequently seen species of monkey in this forest, and they greet us as soon as we leave the vehicle. Our expert guide leads us into the dense forest. We're in Jozani Forest on tour, and yeah, just walking through the forest. It's very peaceful and beautiful. I think I'm the thing making the most noise here. Jozani is the only national park on the island and covers an area of less than 10 miles squared. 50% of the world's Zanzibar colobus monkey can be found here. The other 50% live beyond the park's boundaries. Although this forest is protected, it still faces threats. Climate change is causing sea levels to rise and seep into the island, killing trees like this one. So, we're walking through Jozani Forest, searching for the rare endemic Zanzibar red colobus monkeys. We've seen blue monkeys thus far, a few spiders, and I even saw a hummingbird. But now we're trying to be quiet, going on the trail of the rare colobus monkeys. I'm hoping that we find them. It is really hot, really humid. The trails are quite narrow but really cool. You have to watch where you stand because there's roots and corals everywhere, but so nice and peaceful here. You can hear so many birds, like that one. That's such a nice noise. Yeah, looking forward to hopefully finding the monkeys. Our search for the colobus monkeys goes on into the morning, the minutes turning into over an hour. It's absolutely sweltering out here and I'm starting to lose hope. But then, I spot some movement in the trees. Could it be? Suddenly, they're right here. Dozens of colobus monkeys, including mothers and babies. They are everywhere. They're literally surrounding us right now. There's babies, there's mothers feeding their babies, they're jumping around. So cute. Did he just push him out the tree? This is a terrible angle, but I don't know if you can see. There was one. Literally just there over my head. The monkeys are completely relaxed in our presence. They're clearly used to human visitors. There was a point in our visit when it felt like far too many walking groups were with the monkeys at one time, but otherwise the guides were extremely good at reminding people to keep at least 3 meters away from the animals. I personally felt like had there been less groups out at once, or even more of a restriction on how close you could get, it would have made the experience slightly more relaxing for the monkeys. Just learned something very interesting. So there was a fire that hit.
I think that maybe today you have to land.
There's charcoal left over, and they burn these fires because the colobus monkeys have to eat the charcoal. They get lots of nutrients from it, so they make sure there's enough fires so that they get enough nutrients. Yeah, it's exciting. We arrived back at the start of the walking trail, but our adventures in the national park aren't quite over yet. Our group drives in convoy to a second part of the park. Right, we've just done a little drive to a little extra part of the forest. We're going to see some mangroves here. There's some mangrove butterflies that we could see, as well as some other stuff. Just walking through the forest now, and wow, it is hot. Yeah, you can definitely feel the humidity in the air. But yeah, it's so beautiful. Mangroves are one of the most precious types of ecosystem on the planet. Not only do they provide homes for a vast range of animals, like these awesome mud crabs, they are an important coastal defense and store huge amounts of carbon dioxide. Movement from within the forest catches my attention. I can't believe it. A western reef heron is eating a prawn. We're here at the mangrove forest, and there's the little trumpet fish in the water. They are so cute and little, and they're just biting against the current here. Okay, now that was awesome. Gotta be honest, the trumpet fish were probably the highlight of my day so far. That was a lovely walk around the mangroves, so just finished now. We're heading back to the cars, and we're going onwards to the rock. So that is the reason I'm in a dress, because I'm not sure a dress is the most appropriate outfit for this jungle walk. A visit to Zanzibar is the perfect addition to a greater Tanzania itinerary, including a safari on the mainland. I understand that planning a trip to Tanzania can be overwhelming, and so I've included a link in the video description to where you can get free, no-obligation quotes from the very same tour operators who I used to book this Tanzania trip, including some amazing safaris, and who I highly recommend. From Jozani Forest, it's around a 30-minute drive to Pongwe Beach, the beach on which the most famous restaurant in Zanzibar stands. When I first lay eyes on the restaurant, it honestly takes my breath away. Take my word for it, it's even more beautiful in real life than in photos and videos. We are here at the Rock restaurant, and we've deliberately booked it so that we're here at high tide, so we can go on the little boat and go to the restaurant for our reservation.
Thank you.
The restaurant feels a bit like a TARDIS. It's so big and spacious inside, and yet it looked tiny when staring at it from the beach. What an awesome place. Lunch starts with a complimentary appetizer. I'm not sure what these are, but I'll call them little doughy balls of delight. Starter, I have got some tuna carpaccio in a coconut sauce, which is nice. Going to try my carpaccio. I can taste the coconut. It's a little bit of spice. It's really unique flavours. Really nice. This is a crazy main course. I ordered steak on a stick. I don't know what I was expecting, but it is on a stick. The beef on a stick was described as so tender that no knife is necessary. It was pretty tender and very delicious.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to birthday.
So what's my verdict on the Rock restaurant? Before I went, people had told me that it was a little overhyped and that the food didn't quite live up to expectations. I actually really enjoyed the food. Of course, the setting is the primary reason to visit, but the food exceeded my expectations and I really enjoyed my meal. But the excitement isn't over yet. On the way out, we come across this adorable fluff ball.
Oh, hello. Look at you, little cutie.
The excitement still isn't over. Check out this guy.
Oh my goodness, he's a goo.
As we hop back in the car, I'm under the impression that the day is over. Little did I know, there was one last surprise in store.
Wow. Oh, well, I'm glad
I definitely wouldn't have said no had I known. Oh, but thank
This is
you.
amazing, wow.
Oh my god, thank you. We've just had the most incredible day at the forest and then the Rock restaurant, and we've just come back to the hotel. And I honestly didn't expect this. Like, we came to reception and they were like, do you want to come to dinner? I was like, you know what, I'm getting a little bit tired. But we've got this private dining set up because it's my birthday today and it is just so beautiful and the menu's so nice and oh my god, I can't believe it, I'm so happy. We start with an amuse-bouche of feta cheese samosas. That's good. My excitement peaks when our starter arrives. I'm excited for my tuna tartare. It looks incredible. Okay, I guess I'll try it. Oh, it just feels a shame to destroy the presentation, but it looks so good. That's so good. The tuna here is like fresh caught, and you can taste it. It just tastes so fabulous. We're not even halfway through the wonderful courses yet. Next is roasted garlic soup. Nice soup. So I've got a beef oscupuki. It looks great. With mashed potatoes and this cute little thing. And then we've got a fresh fish. It begins with a C. I can't remember what, but it looks great. The fish is kabaya. But we're not done yet.
Happy birthday to birthday. Happy birthday to you.
The next morning, it's time to explore more of our local beach. This is low tide, so the water's not great for swimming right now. Instead, it's the perfect time to see what little critters are out in the shallow tidal pools. Water shoes are essential for this task as poisonous sea urchins and stonefish can be found in Zanzibar's waters. Immediately, I find crabs in some really groovy shells. Then I spot some really tiny white fish which are so well camouflaged with the sand. I believe these are gobies. So we are here going into the ocean. It is at low tide, so we're able to walk quite far out, as you can see. And this lovely Maasai gentleman is giving us a little tour of some of the animals here and is looking for a starfish particularly.
Yes. I have a little fish.
Oh my god!
Yes.
The little...
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Cute. Have you seen the little tiny... Oh my god, they look... Are they babies?
Yes, baby.
I've only just seen those.
Small.
Okay.
This many color.
So, wow.
Yeah.
The little babies are going around.
Yeah.
Saw it was so cute. Nemos, the clownfish. Saw them little babies. It was so cute. I didn't expect to see them here. But these pools that you see around me, even at low tide, they don't go down further, so the fish can live here. And then we find what we've been searching for, a starfish. I've never seen a starfish before. It looks surreal, almost like it's made of plastic. The Maasai don't charge for their tour, but it's polite to tip them for their help. In an effort to please visitors, some of the Maasai pick up the animals, which isn't good for them. And so, if you do go on a tour with the Maasai, politely let them know that you'd rather admire the creatures from beneath the waves. The tide is coming in pretty fast, but before we head back to shore, there's one last stop on our morning adventure. This is a traditional fishing boat, which I think just looks beautiful. In just a few hours, the beach is completely transformed with high tide. The waves now lapping against the steps down to the beach. So far, we've been on the go constantly, and so I take a moment to sit down and enjoy Tulia's facilities. A fresh coconut is the perfect way to unwind, followed by a dip in perhaps the most gorgeous pool I've ever seen. As the sun starts to set, our explorations continue. First stop is Melia Hotel for some drinks. We had originally planned to have drinks at Melia's famous Jetty Lounge, this lovely looking building in the ocean, but upon arrival I was informed it opens in 2 hours' time, which clashes with our next reservation. So we settled for some drinks at the pool bar instead, which isn't quite as inspiring. But this cute little fellow under my table soon makes up for being in the wrong bar. This has made my day. If the coconut is moving, it's windy. If it's still, it's calm. If it's wet, it's rainy. Coconut dry, sunny, coconut white, snow. Coconut invisible, fog, and coconut gone. It's a hurricane. Our next stop is a restaurant in Zanzibar Queen Hotel, which has rave reviews for serving some delicious food. For starter, I have got a chicken kofta, which I'm really excited to try. And we also have a lovely prawn. Got beef here and vegetable masala. You got chicken, coconut chicken.
I got coconut chicken.
Today is an extremely special day as it's my mum's birthday. Yes, her birthday really is the day after mine. I don't know, is it coming
Oh, it's us. Oh, you little baby. Oh my god. Okay.
We make our way back to our hotel one final time. Tomorrow we're moving to a different part of the island, and I honestly can't wait to see how it compares. The next day, I just have time for another coconut by the pool, as well as a tea, before it's time to move on. I'm really going to miss this place. Tulia has absolutely blown my mind. Our next location is slightly further up Zanzibar's eastern coastline, perched on Matemwe Beach. Matemwe Beach houses a number of hotels and restaurants. It's a long expanse of white sand, and just like Pongwe Beach to the south, it's affected by tides. The further north you go on this beach, the quieter it is. So here we are at our villa, and probably my favourite thing about this place, and the first thing you can see is we have our own private swimming pool, which I'm definitely going to be enjoying later, but that's not where our outdoor area ends. We've got some lovely sun loungers, so we can lie out here and enjoy a cold beer or a cup of tea and just watch the lovely pool. But that's not the only outdoor seating area we have. These chairs are the perfect place to enjoy a nice morning tea, and we have a wonderful palm tree. This palm tree is amazing. He's so cool and he's so bendy. Over here we've got tea and coffee making facilities, as well as our own mini bar. Now, it's all inclusive here, so everything in this is free for the taking, and as soon as we finish it, it'll be topped up again, so unlimited drinks. And we have the water. This you can drink, it's like filtered water, and it's nice, there's no plastic, it's in a nice glass container. Then we have the bedroom. It's lovely and cool in here because we have a really good air conditioning. And we have got the bed. I'll be enjoying jumping on that later. But this is so cute. Look at this. They've made a swan. It's so elaborate. I don't know how they did that. We've got a few seating areas here. A little table, a little wardrobe. The basin is made out of stone, which is pretty cool. And then we have got the toilet. And my favourite thing about the toilet is look at the toilet paper. I do not know how they managed to wrap the little ends like that. I've never seen anything like that before. A work of art. Just across from the bedroom, we have an entire room dedicated to this gorgeous freestanding bathtub. How awesome! We settle into our room for an early night. We'll need to conserve as much energy as we can as we have a big day planned for tomorrow. Today, we're heading to the most famous part of Zanzibar, Stone Town, the island's iconic old town. Located on the island's west coast, it takes us over an hour to get there. Our first stop is Stone Town's famous spice market. The island is famous for its spice production, particularly its cloves. It used to be the world's largest cloves producer and so earned its nickname of the Spice Islands. We are ushered into a stall, and as we're negotiating for some bags of spices, the heavens open up. At first, we find ourselves trapped in the spice stall, hoping the rain will quickly subside. But as the minutes roll by and the rain soaks into our clothes, we start to lose hope. It is raining a lot.
Where's the car?
You can put it in my bag. With the rain showing no sign of stopping, we make a break for it, determined to continue our journey through the old town. So, it is raining quite considerably.
It's horrible.
And
I knew I should have stayed at the hotel today.
And we are wading through
It's horrible.
It is absolute carnage. Even the town's resident cats can't escape the deluge.
Oh, is that one so fluffy?
Yeah, he's having a little groom because he's too weird. It's fine. It's finally stopped raining. Oh my god, I'm absolutely sodden. It is chaotic. But it's nice, and maybe now I can appreciate it a little bit more that it's not soaking. It's only now that I'm able to truly absorb my surroundings. Stone Town is dotted with cute little stores, including this jewellery shop where every piece is handmade. This gentleman informs me that his mum makes every piece by hand. How could I not buy a bag? Oh, and if you're wondering how my outfit has suddenly changed, my dress was completely soaked through, so I saw it as an opportunity to purchase this lovely handmade two-piece set.
Baby.
Oh, you a sweetie. We stopped for a bite to eat at Shahrazad restaurant in the heart of the old town. We've arrived at our restaurant, which is in the heart of Stone Town, and for starter, I have ordered this tuna sashimi, and it looks absolutely incredible. I am about to try it. The main course has arrived. I have ordered a beef fillet, and this beef is from a local farm, and we have it with rice and mushroom sauce. Okay, that food was exceptional. I would highly recommend this restaurant if you're visiting Stone Town. First stop on our tour, Freddie Mercury Museum. This is where he was born and he lived. It's very popular, but yeah. Waze is fine. It's on the very corner of SoCal by this road, so it's really easy to get to. Walked for like 2 minutes, and now we're at the old fort. Currently, there is a bit of construction going on, and also down there is the House of Wonders, which is also under construction, which you can see. But it looks very pretty. The Old Fort is the oldest building in Stone Town, built by the Omani Arabs after expelling the Portuguese in 1699. Today, it's a popular tourist attraction, and you can find a range of curio shops inside. It's completely free to enter. This is the little kiwi wheel. Oh, he's a little cutie woo. There's another shmoo here. Oh, you look cute. And then there's another one there behind the pot. And that's so cute. Oh my gosh, there's another one there. Oh, they're everywhere, but they're behind every pot. My excitement peaks when we come across cats. So many cats. So cute. Okay. We can proceed to the activity that I'm most excited about today. It involves heading down to the beach.
Oh, you little shmoo.
Okay, I'm missing the boat, but I mean, can you blame me when there's so many shmoos? Okay, so we're heading to Prison Island. We've got our boat. It is a $30 return, which is a fair price and a going rate. Our destination is Changu Island, also known as Prison Island. It takes 30 minutes by boat to reach the island. Prison Island was originally intended to be used as a prison, hence its name. Instead, it was used as a quarantine station for yellow fever. This derelict building in front of me is actually an abandoned hotel and not the old prison. It's pretty eerie to wander around the hotel and see its old swimming pool. It's unclear why it was abandoned. The island is a sanctuary for wildlife, including these peacocks, and small dik-dik antelopes.
They're great. They come in little pairs, so where there's one, there's always more, because they mate for life.
Mum, look, it's the couple of dik-diks that are only found in pairs. The star inhabitants, however, are Aldabra giant tortoises.
We've just entered Prison Island, and we're on the way to the first spot, which is the tortoise sanctuary. Now, these tortoises are quite special. They can only be found in the Seychelles, and they were actually gifted by the Seychelles government to Zanzibar many years ago in exchange for some flowers, and so in the wild they can only be found in Seychelles, but there is a population here in Zanzibar as a result of that gift, and we're about to see them.
4 tortoises were gifted to the Sultan of Zanzibar in 1919. The tortoises started to breed, but people would steal them and sell them as pets or even for food. Eventually, the tortoises were moved to this island to ensure their safety. Aldabra tortoises are a vulnerable species, and so it's essential that they remain protected. This is one of the few places in the world where you can see them.
Okay, so there's a few things we've just learned. So this guy here has a bumpy shell, and that means he's a male. The one we just saw was a female, and they have more of a flat shell. Now, it was in the 1800s, the late 1800s, when the Sultan of Zanzibar got given these tortoises. So there is one that is alive today, which was one of the original 4 gifted from the Seychelles, which is 200 years old. That's how old the tortoise is, which is quite crazy. We're about to go see that tortoise now. This is here, but you see this one here with the broken shell? Here's one that was from the Seychelles. He is 200 years old, and he has a broken shell because a coconut tree fell on him. I mean, that's a pretty hardy shell. A whole tree fell on him and his shell is still going. Oh, you're just looking at me.
The tortoises have the entire island to explore. Between June and September, they start to lay eggs on the island's beaches. The hatchling tortoises are then looked after in this nursery, which is secured behind fencing for their own safety. Large birds like crows are predators for the young tortoises. Once the tortoises reach 10 years old, they then graduate to the outdoor pen. Eventually, once they are big enough, they too will have free reign over the island. I admire what the sanctuary is doing in helping to look after these tortoises. The animals look relaxed enough, and it's wonderful that they're safe from harm here. I do feel that parts of the island and the sanctuary are a little run down and could benefit from some love and care. For example, there doesn't seem to be much enrichment for the baby tortoises, and the path through the sanctuary is deteriorating. It's time to see what else is on the island, but that involves going past this peacock, which I'm a tad nervous about.
Okay.
Get little videos that go past here.
This is the prison that was created to hold violent inmates, but was ultimately used as a quarantine station in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Today, it includes a bar, museum, and a bookstore. But as we're visiting so late in the day, they're all closed right now. At the back of the courtyard are some steps down to this gorgeous viewpoint. It's not long till sunset, and so we wrap up our explorations and head back to the jetty. The journey back is even more breathtaking than the journey here. For the first time, we lay eyes on a proper Zanzibar sunset, the sun turning the sky a blazing orange. I can't pull my gaze away from it. But Zanzibar is full of surprises, and little did I know, we were heading straight towards something I never expected to see. The beach is absolutely heaving, and in the centre of it all is this incredible acrobatic show. It is the perfect way to end our day in Stone Town. But the chaos isn't over yet, as the following day, we're straight on to our next adventure. Today, we're heading to the northernmost tip of the island, to a beach called Nungwi. Nungwi is arguably the most popular beach on the entire island. Right behind the beach is Nungwi village. I think we've either got a tiny bit lost, or our driver wants to take us the scenic route, as we find ourselves weaving down some extremely narrow village roads. Nungwi Beach is popular as it doesn't suffer from as drastic tidal changes as the east of the island does. The water is a dreamy turquoise colour and perfect for swimming in at most times of the day. The dozens of local fishing boats bobbing in the water also make it extremely scenic.
Right at Nungwi Beach. Beautiful beach behind me, and we're on our way to try and get some drinks. Yeah, we'll see where we end up, but so far the beach is looking pretty.
We stop for some drinks and a bite to eat at Maisha Beach Restaurant, which is right at the eastern edge of the beach. This seems like a popular spot with the resident cats, who soon make their way over to our table. I ordered myself a tuna tartare, which is absolutely delicious. I feel honoured that the cats have chosen to hang out at our table, and resisting their cute little faces is just too much, and so we give them some chicken to enjoy. Now that we're all full, it's time to continue our journey.
So Nungwi has been very picturesque. What's different about here to our regular beach is there's lots of these fishing boats. There's a village right behind it, so it's really cute. There's lots of fish markets here. You can smell the fish and it's nice. This way.
On the beach, we meet this lovely gentleman called Samdu, who offers to show us the local fish market. We take a slight detour from the beach, passing these skilled craftsmen who are making fishing boats. My favourite thing about Nungwi Beach is how the hotels are alongside a bustling village, meaning there's so much culture to be seen here.
Mambo!
Hey, ciao. Hi.
The fish market is a hive of activity. A man preparing a stingray on the floor, whilst others get to work on preparing a range of smaller fish. Zanzibar is renowned for its incredible food, including fish, so it's super interesting to see this side of Zanzibar. Nungwi is just the first stop on our beach hopping expedition today. Our next destination on the northwest coast of Zanzibar is often touted as the most beautiful beach on the entire island, so I have some high expectations.
This is a cat shop.
A cat shop.
We'll buy a cat.
So we've arrived on a second stop of the day. This is Kendwa Beach. And you can see there's just a huge expanse of sand behind me. Compared to Nungwi, I mean, maybe it's just the part in Nungwi we went to. This one feels more touristy. There's a lot of shops I had to walk through to get here. Whereas the other one was backed on by a village. And I wouldn't say hassle, everyone's really nice. But there's a few more people here, like, coming up to you saying hello.
Okay, we're walking around Kendwa Beach and the fishing boats have just come in from the day and everyone's catch of the day is tuna. There is tuna everywhere. It looks so lovely, really nice and fresh. There's just so much tunas. It's incredible how everyone's just got loads of tunas. We haven't seen a single other fish that, and they're just coming from tiny little fishing vessels. So it's not like mass-produced tuna or anything. They're just going out with their little rods and yeah, fantastic. We had tuna tartare for lunch, so you just get a sense of how fresh it was. I mean, it tasted pretty fresh, but even coming here, you realise just how fresh it is. The watercolour behind me is absolutely insane. The sun is starting to dip. This is one of the best beaches you can come to if you want to see the sunset, because it is on the west coast, so it's actually facing the sunset. Most of the good beaches are actually on the east coast, so it's good sunrise but not good sunset. But yeah, this is one of the best ones that you can come to for sunset. And another fabulous benefit is, I mean, you can see how calm the water is. There's not much tidal current, and that's kind of evident by there's a lack of seaweed here, so the tide doesn't really come in and out. It stays a similar level throughout, and so it's a very consistent beach, and yeah, stays beautiful the whole time. And it's really nice at this time as well, because all the locals are coming out and they're seeing the kids coming back from school, and everyone's just so friendly. It's so nice here. Also on the beach are a number of stalls, including this bracelet store run by 3 Maasai women. The bracelets are made by the women here on site. As you can see here, as one kindly adjusts the bracelet to make it a better fit for us. So far, I'm really enjoying Kendwa Beach. I personally prefer it over Nungwi, as the atmosphere feels more lively and it's also just that bit more scenic. Little did I know, the best was yet to come. Now that's what I call a sunset. Kendwa Beach has proven itself as the perfect sunset spot in Zanzibar. I can't think of a better way to end our penultimate day in Zanzibar. We don't linger too long after sunset, as we want to be full of energy tomorrow. We've planned the best excursion for our final day. It is our final day here in Zanzibar. We're leaving tomorrow. And today we are doing a really exciting activity. We are going on a boat trip. It's quite specific what time we head out because the tides here change so drastically. So we have to head out quite early. So I'm up at 7 now, going to the house for 8:30. Here we go. We're walking down to our lovely little boat. We've got a picnic with us. So nice. Okay, well, hop on. Our boat trip starts from Lux Hotel on Nungwi Beach, just to the south of Matemwe Beach.
And this is Sharif.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Sharif. My name's Ella. There's no time to waste, as we have to break onto the reef that surrounds the beach before the tide goes out, as it would be far too shallow for the boat.
Jambo bwana, habari gani, uzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa Zanzibari yetu, hakuna matata, oya oya.
The team is in good spirits as we zoom towards the first of 3 different locations. Our destination is Mnemba Atoll, just off the east coast of the island. To the east of the atoll is an area known for its dolphins. This is our first stop. When the atoll's only island comes into view, I know we must be close. The large number of boats here immediately causes me concern. When I went on a dolphin cruise in the Maldives, there had only been 2 or 3 boats near the dolphins at one time, and each boat maintained a respectful distance. This, on the other hand, looks like chaos. To add to the carnage, tourists are jumping into the water with the dolphins, which makes me feel uncomfortable. Not only do I feel really bad for the dolphins, as they are completely surrounded, but having so many boats here also takes away from the experience for the visitors. I think that something needs to be done to limit the amount of boats which visit the dolphins, and there needs to be some regulations in place on how close the boats can go. Until that happens, I wouldn't recommend adding the dolphin tour as part of your Mnemba Atoll boat trip. We don't stay long, as I don't want to add to the dolphin stress. Our second stop is touted as the best coral reef in Unguja, and it's only 10 minutes away from the dolphins. I'm pleased to see that the reef is bustling with fish of all colours and sizes. Sergeant Major fish are the most numerous species here. They are everywhere, completely confident in coming right up to us. As well as these stripy guys, I also spot some tiny yellow butterfly fish, some larger butterfly fish, some noisy parrotfish, and even a starfish. This is one of the best reefs that I've snorkeled on to date. only just beaten by snorkeling in the Maldives, where I saw slightly more variety in species. The reef here is large enough that it didn't feel too crowded, and instead snorkeling here proved to be a very relaxing and beautiful experience. A tip for those looking to visit though is the reef is very shallow in places. Please don't be tempted to stand on it as it damages the coral. The excitement doesn't end here. We still have one last stop on our adventure, and I have a feeling we saved the best till last. We head to the north of Mnemba Island. This beautiful island is a private island housing a 5-star luxury hotel. But just on the other side of it is something special. When I see dozens of boats on the horizon, clustered together, I feel nervous. I'm relieved when we drive right past them, heading far away from the crowds. The water here is absolutely incredible. I feel like pinching myself. I have never seen waters this clear before.
Wow, look at the colour of this water. It's insane. He's told us that these dark patches, you can see them, are actually sea urchins. Wow, what a place. What a place.
We drive until we can't drive forwards anymore. Then it's time to pop up the motor and move the boat forward by hand. It's time to hop off and walk the rest of the way.
Look at this place. We are just walking through the sand, well, through the water, and walking the boat as well. We are nearly there.
Is he still there, or I'm gonna scare him?
How do you make them go in this?
Oh, it's that little guy.
Before we saw one, it was a little bit bigger, and then when he was like come next to, and then it went down.
They disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
Very
cute.
quick.
It is just incredible here.
This place feels like something straight from a fairy tale. I honestly can't believe we're here. It has to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited.
We have arrived at our sandbar here. It just like the tide is going out, so it is just getting bigger and bigger and stretching on. But yeah, we are in the middle of nowhere here. There's no soul in sight. It's just so peaceful and just so beautiful. I've never seen anything like this. It's gorgeous. And we're just setting up a picnic here. Enjoy the silence, enjoy the solitude, enjoy the beautiful scenery.
And so, on a sandbar in the complete middle of nowhere, we enjoy some drinks and some sandwiches. This is hands down the best lunch spot ever. That was a lovely picnic. Gonna be leaving soon because the tide is coming in. It goes out just for a small amount and then it comes right back in. So all of this here was dry before. Well, I wouldn't say dry, but it was sandy. Now it's getting a bit fuller. So I'm gonna have a quick little dip and then yeah, head back. It's been so nice. I would highly recommend this, but yeah, you have to tell the guide to take you to a private sandbank because literally across the way there is a sandbank where there is like 50 boats? What am I here? Not quite as private. The privacy just really added to it. It was just silence. You could hear the waves crashing. That was it. It was just so beautiful. The water is so shallow. I'm just sitting in the water, just enjoying life.
The water is so warm. Like, it's almost hot on my feet. It's crazy. That's lovely. But yeah, we got to watch where we stand because there are sea urchins every so often.
Hello, Mambo! Everything here is timed with the tides, and so we make our way back to Nungwi Beach, hoping to get there whilst there's still enough tide to bring us over the reef. We make it to the reef okay, but then we encounter a slight issue. We have run aground, so now we're walking the rest of the way.
Which way you going, darling?
We can see the urchins. Yeah, this is the boat. All right. There are sea urchins everywhere. Me and Mum have water shoes and so disembark and walk through the maze of sea urchins. But Dad forgot his shoes and so he has a relaxing ride to shore. And with that, our Zanzibar adventure comes to a close. So what do I think about Zanzibar's beaches? Honestly, they actually exceeded my expectations. In terms of where to base yourself for your stay, Pongwe and Kilimanjaro were my favourite beaches. They strike the right balance between having enough hotels on them whilst also not being too busy. For sunset, Kendwa Beach wins this one hands down, although Prison Island and Stone Towns Beach also provide a gorgeous sunset. When it comes to restaurants, you really can't skip the Rock, which has to be the most stunning restaurant I've ever eaten at. Then, for the sheer wow factor, this sandbank in the middle of the Indian Ocean really can't be beaten, providing me with the most memorable moments of my entire time in Zanzibar. Zanzibar is just one of many incredible destinations in Tanzania. If you visit Zanzibar, you have to extend your trip to include the mainland as well, as Tanzania has some of the best safari destinations in the world. The Serengeti is my personal favourite. Learn everything you need to know about visiting the Serengeti in this video here.